Holy shit, guys! They've announced it. Officially, they're going to do a Deadpool movie. Right fucking on. Hey, thank you, Emily, for posting this. For most of you guys who do a lot of forum stuff, you'll know Emily is Force House. Also, thanks. Big ups to Rob Liefeld, co-creator of Deadpool, who's also confirmed, yes, they are going to do a Deadpool movie. So I just wanted to hop on here and do a quick vlog, get the ball rolling on some of the discussion on it. Also share with you guys the good news. Now, a lot of you guys are asking, hey, Nate, when are we going to get your thoughts on Origins? Don't worry, I'm trying to do the video right now, but this big news came up, so I had to come and record something real quick for it. So that should hopefully be out here by Thursday night, maybe next week, but I'm going to try to get it done as fast as I can. But I just want to go ahead and get out here and spread the news that, yes, they are doing a Deadpool movie, and start some of the discussion on who we want to be in it and who should be playing those people. Probably what I'll be doing over the next several weeks is doing independent polls popping out saying, here, you know, these are some of the characters you guys are talking about. Should this character be in it? Should that character? Who should play him? So do a bunch of kind of independent vlogs, but at least here, get the conversation starting. Who should be in the solo Deadpool movie? Another big thing, thank you so much, Ryan Reynolds. You did an awesome job there in Wolverine Origins. Some of us feel, yeah, they screwed the character, but they did leave it open enough that you could go on and do your own thing. And we know that you're out there wanting to go ahead and keep everything true to the source material. Thank you, man. We are trusting you. You are our champion on this. And the other thing I got to do is I got to send out a begging on my knees plea to Fox. If you guys are going to be the one bankrolling this movie, may that be the only thing you guys have to do with it. I wholeheartedly 100% trust Ryan Reynolds to do an awesome Deadpool movie that we're all going to love. I also trust 100% that Fox, you guys will come in and fuck it up all to hell. Fox, please don't destroy this movie. Let it be close to the source material. And it doesn't have to be dead on perfect, but it can't be fucking Barakapool. Seriously, guys. All right, so let's get on the discussion. Who do you guys want to see in the movie? Now, I'm going to go ahead and cover my thoughts on who I think should be in the movie and why I think they should or shouldn't be, but I'm going to go ahead and try to mention everyone. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, first and foremost, Weasel. He has to be in this movie. Now, who should play him? There's some great people out there, but my number one pick is me. Seriously, me. I would make an awesome Weasel. What kind of acting experience do I have? Very little. But I would love to be able to say I had a part in this movie. Heck, even if it's an extra, but I think I would make a great Weasel. Other than that, another great person who I think would do it, Seth Green. I love Seth Green, and I think I'd love to see him do anything possible. But I think he would make a pretty cool Weasel. But, you know, that's if I decide to pass on it, give it to me first. You know, you never know unless you ask. So, Fox people, Ryan Reynolds, pick me for Weasel. Second, and a lot of people will probably agree this one probably should be in there, Blind Al. You know, I don't know how I feel about Blind Al being in it. And great character. I think it'd be great for Deadpool. Yeah, you know, yeah, let's put Blind Al in there. Who should play Blind Al? Right now, I have no opinion whatsoever. But yeah, Blind Al's got to be in there. Next is Sandy, who helped run Deadpool Incorporated. She was the, secretary or whatever, head of booking. Basically, the lady who did everything. Should Sandy be in there? I'm leaning towards yes. But if we're going to put Sandy in there, does that mean we go into the rest of the Agency X people? Meaning Outlaw. We all love Outlaw. Let's put Outlaw in there. She'd be great. Agent X. Agent X is, of course, my second favorite character. You know, granted, he is just basically Deadpool, but he is so awesome, and he's just badass. You know, it'd be hard to pick someone to do it. I don't know, maybe some of the other people that they've tossed around for Deadpool was Dane Cook. Hey, maybe he would make a nice Agent X. I don't know. I don't think he has a place in this movie. I honestly do. As much as I love Agent X, and as much as I love that whole story, I don't think he should be in here. Another one, Bob, Agent of Hydra. Should he be in the movie? We've all grown to love Bob. I think it might be a little tricky to get him into the movie, and especially if we already have Weasel, do we really need Bob? But yeah, maybe we should try to get Bob in there. Who to play him? I don't know. Actually, I kind of like the guy from Lord of the Rings, the guy who played Faramir, and he was also in Hellsing, David Wenham. I'm just throwing his name out there. I think he'd be funny. There'd be a lot of great people to play Bob, but I think he would do a great job. I think he's got great comedic timing. And another personal favorite of mine, just because I think he works great with Deadpool, Taskmaster. Now, of course, you get anyone to play Taskmaster because he's behind the mask. But yeah, if you guys have some good ideas, throw them out there. I really want to see Taskmaster in here. And yes, I do want to see him in his Udon costume as opposed to his Avengers-style costume. I hate that Avengers-style costume. He looks so awesome in that Udon costume. So yeah, let's get Taskmaster in there too. Moving on to the ladies. I mean, yeah, we already mentioned Sandy and Outlaw. Maybe Outlaw would be good. But of course, you have to go with Vanessa, Copycat. She would be great, especially too if they're going to be playing off his Origins and the Weapon X series. Vanessa is the obvious person to go with. Now, who could play her? I've always liked Kate Beckinsale. but they could get almost anyone to play Vanessa, but I think Vanessa should be in there. Of course, a lot of people are going to say, well, what about Siren? Yeah, you could have Siren in there, especially since it's an X-Men movie, but I didn't really find the girl who played Siren in the X-Men movies all that attractive. I'm sorry, no offense. You were played as a little girl, and I'm not a pedophile, so I find it hard to find that attractive in the first place. But yeah, Siren would be cool. I just think Vanessa would be another choice. A lot of people will say, well, what about Death? Yeah, you could have Death in there. Honestly, though, I never liked the whole Death story. I can't say that. I like the Death story, of course. I just don't think it would turn over good into a movie. And it could be cool, but honestly, I just don't think you could get crowds behind it. I think you could get the rank and file Deadpool fans like the rest of us to be like, oh, sweet. But the general public, I don't think they'd want to follow Deadpool falling in love with Death. I think they could have some interesting stuff in there, have her make some sort of cameo, but I don't think she should be the main love interest. And, you know, maybe have Domino in there, make some sort of appearance, maybe leave for a Cable thing. In general, though, I don't really like love interests in most movies. I think they throw a lot of female characters into movies just for the sake of having a female character. And I think a lot of times it's not necessary. I can't give you any movies right off the top of my head where it was unnecessary to have a female in it. And honestly, Deadpool doesn't need a love interest. Yeah, maybe a few girls to, you know, for him to hoot and holler at, but he doesn't really need one in there. Sandy, I think, would be great, not as a love interest, just to make sure we do have a female character in it. But if you are going to do a love interest, I got to say you got to go with Vanessa. A lot of people say Siren, but I think Vanessa would be more interesting. I think you can make a better story on it. And I'm still going to stand by, overall, I think Deadpool doesn't need a love interest in a movie. That's just my stand on it. Let's just keep it to the ass kicking and the funny. It doesn't need a girl to make it special for people who like it. Now, on to possible bad guys. Some people are going to say T-Ray. Yeah, you know, T-Ray would do pretty good. But I think just because the story within the comics is so convoluted around T-Ray, I just don't think it will come off well on screen. Bullseye, I think, would be interesting, either as bad guy or maybe someone they're, you know, they start as two mercenaries going after the same target, two assassins going after the same target, whatever the situation may be, and then have it get messed up from there. And of course, I think it'd be cool to have Colin Farrell come back and play Bullseye. They left the opportunity open for him in Daredevil, and of course, it was another Fox movie. So yeah, let's go ahead and bring Bullseye back in there. Another option, Black Swan. Black Swan would be kind of interesting, but then again, you do fall into the whole Agent X story. So if you're not going to have Agent X, you probably shouldn't have Black Swan, but I think he would be awesome in there. Another choice is, you know, some of the other Weapon X bad guys. We had Kane, we had Slayback, we had Ajax, also known as the Attendant. Any one of those three, if you're going to go with Vanessa and some of the Weapon X stuff, might as well put one of those three in there. I think Slayback would probably be the best case. I have no idea for actors on those guys, so go ahead, shoot some ideas out there. And of course, another possibility for the storyline is do the whole Lando, Luckman, and Lake stuff with the whole Mithrax demon. So you could have those people. In that case, who would you cast for Zoe? Well, Zoe would probably be the only other character who would really matter in the Lando, Luckman, and Lake. Yeah, you'd have the Skullface guy, who's, for the life of me, I can't remember his name right now. Here's a picture of him. Probably by the time I get the picture of him up, I'll know the name, but I'm not going to go back and change the audio. So yeah, just wanted to get this out there. They are making a Deadpool movie. So let the rumors start flying. Who do you want in it? Who do you want to play who? Would I make an awesome Weasel? I think I would. But, you know, go ahead and make some other suggestions, of course. And I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully I'll get my movie review video out here as soon as possible. Maybe by, like I said, this week or next week. So just wanted to put this out here real quick and get the discussion going. Later on, guys.
Woo!